This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. Slowly we are closing to the sessions. Okay, so most probably this week or next week. I don't know the dates, but based on your questions, because in the last moments, I'm expecting more questions from you people. Like, I did this one, I did this one, I did this one. I'm stuck here. I'll like kind of questions I'm expecting. Okay, we are slowly closing to the sessions, 1 week or 2 weeks based on questions. It will be completed. Last 1 week we learned about fixed assets module and budgeting module. Okay, you need to practice in the system, in your system, and you need to come back to me. Now, important topic, one of the important and advanced topic is consolidation and elimination. Consolidation and elimination. Usually this topic will be completed in 1 day session, but now I don't want in 1 day. I would like to discuss in 2 days because some senior people also joined here in the session. I would like to have some debate kind of thing in this. Okay, now a little bit, I would like to discuss a little bit more insights here. Legal entity versus business unit. In the system, we have legal entity, business unit or branch. So where I have to use business unit, where I have to use legal entity. Once it is cleared, then we'll go for consolidation and elimination. And there is intercompany stock transfer, intercompany financials also we have discussed. If it is not, I need to recap this one, intercompany financial transactions. Then we'll discuss about this one. So for all these things, first we need to clear about the difference between legal entity and business unit. Suppose I have a company in Hyderabad. I'm running my business in Hyderabad. Now I want to establish one more branch or company, whatever it may be, in Bangalore. This is my planning to establish. Can I create a business unit or legal entity? Now I want your participation. It's a kind of a debate thing.
As long as there is no government or illegal registration involved, it is only internal classification of having another branch. Then it's will have a then it is a business unit. But if it is a government registration and things like that, it has to be a legal unit.
Yes. So as per my knowledge, this should be legal entity only. This should be legal entity only. The reason behind registration numbers, it is different for one company to another company. So some people, I don't know whether we can use business unit or not. I don't know. I'm not sure. But as per my knowledge, why it is business legal entity like Bangalore, the reason behind, I need to submit invoices, customer invoices, particularly customer invoices in a sequential manner. Whatever I sold items, whatever I sold, invoice 1, invoice 2, invoice 3, invoice 4. I cannot skip invoice numbers to Karnataka government. To Karnataka government, I cannot show 1 is created in Hyderabad, 2, 3, 4 created in Bangalore, 4, 5 it is in Hyderabad, and 6, 7 in Bangalore. No. So I need to submit IT returns or sales returns, GST tax, sales tax returns, and IT returns. All these things, majorly sales tax returns. Okay. like indirect taxes, sales tax related. All these things I need to submit to government authorities in continuous number. I cannot skip. I cannot tell to the government like government of Karnataka, like 4, 5 is with Hyderabad, 8, like 7, 8 is with Hyderabad, 23, 24 is Hyderabad, remaining is with me. No. So that is the reason I can vote for legal entity. If anything, if I want to generate reports, anything kind of thing, I can do customization and I can generate reports internal purpose. Hyderabad and Bangalore kind of thing. This is my opinion, because I saw in some of the clients, they have created Bangalore as a business unit and they did heavy customizations. They did heavy customizations. It's very, very huge customizations they did it. I observed this one of my few of clients in my whenever my observation, they did heavy customizations because they need some reports kind of thing. That is, if they want reports, always for reports, don't go with customization in terms of functionality. Always try to use the existing functionality, and customization majorly try to give preference for the reports, not functionalities. This is my opinion. Give preference for customizations in terms of reports rather than functionality change. If in case through functionality, if it is like if you are not able to achieve through reports, if it is mandatory go functionality change, then we can go with. So in my opinion, these two are two different legal entities. And suppose this is not the case, not Bangalore. Now I want to open a branch in Warangal. So here you have plenty of opportunity. You can use branch or business unit, because on a whole you can submit to Telangana government. You can submit to Telangana government, Hyderabad and Warangal together, like Warangal as a branch, Hyderabad as a branch. Then you can submit to the reports to government authorities 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because both are belongs to Telangana state, and we can submit to government of Telangana, like 1 Hyderabad, 2 Warangal, everything, because you are submitting to the state government only, not district or something, the state government. So this is my opinion. Unfortunately today very few people are available. Actually I'm expecting healthy debate, if any pros and cons like this.
Are you saying this for Warangal you will create another company? Is that what you're saying?
No, business unit branch, financial dimension.
This is the dimension, correct? Financial dimension.
Yes. Financial dimension, because anyhow I don't read, actually, like I'm not required to get approvals from Telangana like the company creation process in Bangalore. If you are going to establish one more branch or one more company in Bangalore, you need to take complete approval from Karnataka government. Whereas here it is enhancement, your business enhancements in Warangal. So it may not require a new registration number and all those things. Of course, you need to have minimum approvals, that is fine, but it is not from the scratch all approvals. Anyhow, GST registration number will be there with you. You can use the same. One legal entity is enough, and you can use the financial dimension as a business unit. Make sense? Because like I saw vice versa, Bangalore they have created as a business unit and they are telling something. So I want to have some kind of arguments like this. If it is Bangalore is a branch, what is the benefits he is getting? What is the purpose he is creating branch? And how it is feasible? Means like I saw in not now, in AX 2012, in AX 2012 previous versions, few of the clients, they are creating each state as also a branch, and they did heavy customizations in terms of functionality to get some reports. To get some internal reports, they did heavy customizations in terms of functionality, and they themselves struggling a lot. I saw a few clients. It is not like many, it is few clients. So agree with me with my opinion, or do you have any other opinions? Anyone?
Yeah, who has done the implementation has made the money. That's all I can say.
Yeah, exactly. But it should not hectic to the client, because being a finance consultants, we are the best suggestors to implement this product. If it is in case anything failed, then upset, like client will be upset and he will drop at any point of time. So in the very first itself, healthy discussion should happen between CEO and CFO versus finance consultants, because finance consultant will be playing a key role for implementation process. Of course, T&L consultant, they will continue in this discussion, because business unit versus legal entity, if you are not clear about in the very first, it will create so many problems later on. This is the designing of the entire application as for in terms of functionality. And this one is one of the important field, and another one is accounting currency and reporting currency.
Satya, before going to currency, would you please elaborate the same topic of legal entity and business unit in retail industry? Let's say Saravana stores. They have several locations in a given city. How would you define in that aspect?
They have retail stores.
Yes.
So they can use retail stores. It is not at all complex for them. They will have retail stores and they can configure. It is, to be frankly, retail stores configuration is so like a lot of discussion, lot of difference. Of course, I agree with you. One is financial dimensions versus legal entity, and next one is retail stores also. For the retail stores also, my opinion, like if it is within one country, sorry, within one state, because particularly in India or I think in USA also. So if it is a legal, like if it is a state wise, we'll have one separate legal entity. If it is different state, I will suggest you to create another legal entity.
That I 100% agree that if a business is in different state, the laws are different in that state, and to abide by the laws, we have to start from the beginning. But of course, the whatever the company is created in a different state will be associated with the parent company. That I agree. Let's say in another scenario, let's say forget about retail stores. I have created I have a company here in Hyderabad. Now I'm it's a manufacturing unit, but I have distribution centers in several locations, and which is also considered as my business unit. So I have one legal entity, and the rest of the distribution centers will be considered as business unit, correct?
Yes. So here also, yes, that is, you came to me like the perfect example. So now I want debate here. I'm running my manufacturing company, manufacturing business in Hyderabad. In Hyderabad. Now I have distribution centers. Distribution centers in Chennai, Bangalore, and suppose Mumbai. Now here also
include Hyderabad as well.
Yeah, Hyderabad. Anyhow, it is there. Yes. So in this case only, I saw many clients, they are using business unit. I mean, it's a financial dimension. They are using financial dimension as a business unit, and they are doing heavy customizations. They are doing heavy customizations because even distribution centers also, they need to submit to government authorities. Chennai will have a different registration number. Bangalore will have different registration number. Mumbai will have different registration number. So I saw in AX 2012, because I'm not telling like AX 2000, D365, in AX 2012, before GST, many clients, they have configured as financial dimension. These are considered as financial dimension. I mean to say financial dimension means business unit. They have configured financial dimension, and they did heavy customizations. They did heavy customizations because as a overall Hyderabad, like one is only one manufacturing company. I have only one manufacturing company. I want reports consolidated at any point of time. That is the reason they have used business unit as a like a financial dimension as a inside, and they are creating only one legal entity. So I did not get chance to debate with them why you are going with business unit as a financial dimension rather than legal entity, because they need reports, internal reports for management at any point of time to combine all these things, and they want reports. That reports, you can do heavy customization for reporting purpose if you create this one as a legal entities. Of course, heavy customization is required in terms of reports, but not functionality if you create legal entities. But to impress the CFO or CEO of the company or CTO, so they are creating this as a branch, and the reports will be very easily they can generate by filtering this business unit. But in terms of functionality, you need to submit to the government authorities report, like particularly invoices and those things. You cannot skip one to this one Chennai, and 2 for Bangalore, 3 for Mumbai, 4 for Hyderabad. So they did heavy customizations. Some workarounds are there. Now, like who implemented this kind of thing, I want to debate. That is my interest, and unfortunately, because in the support, whenever I'm giving support, I cannot debate, I cannot discuss with those people like why you did it and what is this. My opinion is, even for distribution centers also, legal entities, but they may have more arguments. Definitely they may have more arguments. They need some kind of thing. At that time, they want to make it as a financial dimension. They did it. I saw a few clients. So what is that supporting for them to get it as a financial dimensions? I'm not sure. They may have, see, until and unless if it is discussion is happened, then only I can understand why they are going with the financial dimensions rather than business legal entities.
Yeah, I think in my past we are on implementation in India. It's a global company where one of the operating unit is Indian operating unit. It had a factory in 3 different places in India: Bangalore and Ankleshwar and more places. And so many branches, distribution centers in all the cities. Or it all consists in only one company.
Yeah.
We never had a multiple company at all. It's only one Indian company, and rest all managed through financial dimensions and the
So
sites.
is it 2009 or 2012 or
yeah, 2009.
So 2009 has some limitations because enterprise level concept is not there.
No, it's not only limitation. What happened? One of the prime objective was, if we need to create a separate company for all this, it's become a huge implementation in terms of the setup and manageability of the same. But if it is one other financial dimension, it's just an adding another parameter and then managing it. That's it.
But how you are submitting the reports, like to government authorities, sales order invoices, you need to submit to the government authorities. You cannot show like 2, 5, 10, 23, 26, 29 50 something, I cannot submit to Hyderabad and I cannot submit. So how you are managing if it is a sales is happening?
I think we never had such a requirement to have the specific to sales order and things like that. We never had such a requirement that it has to be continuous, because probably it is just submitted at the overall Indian company level, not at the every branch level.
Because that is, I don't know about the earlier registrations. So about how it will be, I know some extent, but whether we can submit at the Indian level or not, I don't know. But in GST,
because even now, those times we never had a GST. It was all the complex VAT process. But now, even after GST, I think there's nothing changed as a system setup. It is still they continue to do the same.
But they need to submit to the government, or that each state wise they need to submit to the invoices.
Correct, but you can still pull out the data by because each site and each branch or each distribution center is linked with the site. So you can always take the report by site to see what is happening, and the site is to a financial dimension, which corresponds to that is constrained. Which is, if you choose this site, and you will have this financial dimension related to it, you can't change that.
But in this case, you need to create separate number sequence business unit wise. It is must.
Probably, yeah.
So you just have one company, you create one company, and in one company you are going to different branches. Is that what you're saying, Satya?
Yes. So actually, Velu, what he is telling, like in AX 2009 we have implemented this kind of thing. So then business unit wise, branch wise number sequence should be there. Then only I can submit. So that we need to do a functional customization.
Yeah, that was, we find it that was worthier than creating another company, setting up everything, and then doing it. You can imagine, if like I was telling you, if you remember, when you do the intercompany, I was asking, okay, I wanted to see a stock of, if it is not in Hyderabad, I want to take it from Delhi. I want to take it from somewhere else. So there is so much of flexibility when you have it within the company than having a separate company.
I do agree with you. If it is AX 2009, I do agree with you. But if it is 2012, we have enterprise level data. I mean to say product and product master is enterprise level data. We have not that much complexities. If it is AX 2009, definitely it is each and every field is at a legal entity level. It is separate. One legal entity.
No, we were managing. No. Even in 2009, since it is a global company, what we have done is we have created a centralized item master. This item will be released to individual operating. It's like what you are doing it in 2012 and D365 today. We have done this in 2009 itself, where we created a dummy centralized company just to maintain the masters. Whichever the masters global, we maintain the masters in the company, and then from that master, we release the items to the respective company. So we globally, whatever the dimensions or setups to be there, we fix it at the other company level. Anything specific to each company, they can have their own parameters attached to the item. So anytime you call in a T-shirt of 24-inch size and small and big and things like that, throughout the country, throughout the wherever you go, it is the same item code.
Okay, fine. That is fine. But still, because how you are achieved like a business unit wise number sequences, that is
the number sequence, I'm not, number sequence and all, I'm not very sure because that was done long back. I'm not sure whether we had such a requirement to have a continuous number sequence. And in addition, also, I think there are some options of the groups and things like that, where you can have the number sequence by groups. Probably we must have done something related to that.
Yeah. Most probably that is. So that's what actually this scenario really. I saw 2-3 clients. Not many, like 2-3 clients. So instead of legal entities, they have used business unit, definitely. So now, like I do understand, like value, like if it is inventory, if you want to verify it is in AX 2009, how it is, I don't know the complexity, because I'm sure little bit complexity in AX 2009, whereas in 2012 and D365 enterprise level data concept is came. So if you are combining, if you want to see combining of all the other legal entities with this one, it is possible. In many places you will have like this function. I mean to say, we can bring multiple legal entities also. It is possible. I will show you, because this concept is not available in 2009. Just I will show you one small thing. Give me a second. So this is a very beautiful function. Till now I have not shown. Let me show you this function where it is available. Suppose if I am going to this vendor payment,
This is centralized hierarchy, payment hierarchy, is it?
yes, it's not only hierarchy, the design itself, it is available wherever you want. You need to simply need to explore the functions. That's it. Let me show you. Suppose the function, it is available in so many places. Let me go to accounts payable module. Suppose customer vendor payment journal. Even for inventory also, there are so many areas it is there. But let me show the function first. Because reporting concepts, reporting complexities are there in AX 2009, because it is shared data is a little bit complex. Whereas here, if you go to the lines, okay, now you can select, rather than USMF, you can select other legal entity. Suppose DMF. Okay, so this is not the legal entity of DMF. You can select. Okay, DMF company, actually. So if you right side, it will be USMF company. If you go here, general tab, left side it is DMF, right side USMF. Okay, this is intercompany setup, intercompany transactions I have shown. And now I will show you one more, payment proposal. Create payment proposal. So I have settled transactions I have explained. Payment proposal also I will explain you. It is a small function, little bit. Now here records to include. So if you click on filter, so here in this, okay, let me cancel here. Advanced parameters. Look at this one. Include vendor invoices from other legal entities. You can select here. Okay, if you select like this, then if you click on filters, centralized payments, the hierarchy. So you can find the company range. Other legal entities also you can do it. So this function can be used in reporting concepts also. In some reports, I did not remember the reports. In reporting also, you can have options. So I'm sure like customer and vendor, it is available. Even for item master also, if it is available, it's something somewhere else I saw, but I did not remember exact form where it is. So these forms, you can use these forms and you can generate reports. This is not available in 2009. From 2012 onwards, it is available. 2012 and 365. So this feature you can use in the reporting concept, and you can generate reports. Understood?
Is this concept opted for most by the clients, Satya?
Can you please elaborate your ask?
This option of centralizing payment, like we are in a company, but we have an option to pay for another company from the existing company. Is this option of whatever the feature that you showed of creating legal entity, is this been opted most by the clients nowadays, is what I was just wondering.
Yeah. They are using in AX 2012. It is available in AX 2012 also, because centralized payment is a normal one function, like other than from one company to another company. It is payment is happened. So like this is intercompany transactions. I have explained this one with in terms of general ledger. Earlier I have discussed, but I will recap once again. I'm going to discuss. Before going to discuss, that is the reason I have taken this concept. Usually I will not take this concept in the training sessions, because senior people are there. That is the reason I have taken this discussion. So yes,
I think specific to this question, yeah, what's happening is that it is not always it's a better solution. It purely depends on the company which whether it's getting implemented. I know I have a few companies where we interact with nowadays. Their payment always goes from one centralized location.
Okay.
And the rest of the company, they place a sales order, purchase order, whatever happens, it's all happening. But the release of the payment goes only from the centralized location.
Yes.
So you can in such scenario, this is the ideal way of using it, because they can exactly see what is to be released and when is it to be released, and then they use it from the centralized location.
I agree with it. I work in a place where I have 13 businesses, and I just manage some of the functions here and there for those businesses. And as you said, creating legal entity, let's say one application is there, creating legal entity for those 13 businesses makes sense. Perfect. But when I'm in company A, I want to focus, when it comes to finances, it's just it's once you learn it, it gets monotonous at some point, and even making payments, cutting the check, or creating an invoice, it becomes so monotonous that making mistakes is so easy. So I just feel where I'm working, it's so centralized as to if I work in company A, I am just in company A, whether I'm making a payments or creating a bill. I have to switch companies in order for me to do any financial transactions in and out in any given bucket. And I find that that's absolutely fine. Even then, we do a lot of mistakes, but I just feel that having that centralized, and it depends on the corporation to corporation, but that is a very good concept as to just being centralized, and it's just helps us from making many mistakes. That's what I personally feel.
Okay, understood. So see,
yes, definitely there is a chance of that, but like you said, it's purely up to the corporates to decide on how they wanted to manage their payments.
So
it
I
also
do
gives
agree
them the centralized control on what's happening with the cash flow.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
sometimes what they do is corporations, just for issuing the checks, they'll have just for issuing the checks, they'll have that feature being taken care by the corporate. So all the business units will send the request to one big corporation, big umbrella up there, and they will control the big finances as to what comes in the bank and everything. And for them to consolidate all these 13 business unit, they centralize the functions.
Okay, I do agree with you. See, here my intention is, if it is independent legal entities has their own roles. I mean to say independent I mean to say, suppose Hyderabad, Bangalore and Chennai. Okay, the branch manager has independent like roles and responsibilities, and occasionally if they are depending on the head office, then my suggestion is with the legal entity. If the entire control is handling by only head office, the business units like branches managers are not in a control the entire controls. That is the reason. So apart from this one, not only this one, we need to have permissions, user permissions. So security roles also key role here. One is security roles, one is the permissions based on the clients, like I mean to say the client branch managers, how extent they have complete controls on this one. Based on that we can take. If it is entire thing is head office only majority, like a centralized payments, purchases and sales, and whenever they are receiving the material here and they are transferring to the business units, or sometimes they are requesting to deliver material to here, and but the payment is completely happening in this one. Maybe in this scenario only very few requirements by each legal entity wise, then we can go with one legal entity. But based on the parameters and like pros and cons, why I have taken this scenario, the reason behind, we are the decision makers being a finance consultants, whether if it is created as a legal entity, what are the benefits and the pros and cons. If I am creating as a business unit, what is the pros and cons, we need to compare. Of course, if you make it a legal entity, the functionality and work will be will be more. I mean to say rework for functional consultant is more, but if it is only one legal entity, the work will be less. If it is this is completely, you need to think about security roles also. Business unit, I mean to say each business unit wise he has separate permissions and required. Legal entity wise or branch wise, security roles also it is key role. Later once it is created like this, and they will ask like business unit in Hyderabad person should not look at the Chennai legal entity information. If they are asking like this, then I will go with the legal entity wise. Agree with me? They want each level wise restrictions. I don't want to see like Bangalore guy should not see the my data once again, Chennai data, or Chennai guy should not see the Mumbai data. Like this, if they are asking for restrictions more, then it is better to go with legal entity. Agree with me,
Yes,
Sunita
yes.
and Velu?
Yes, that definitely makes sense. Yes, and I guess the top level people will have the access for all the legal business. I mean, for the report purposes or whatnot. But mid-level management and lower level management should have that restriction for sure.
Yeah. So then in that case, once again, the actually so that is the reason we need to verify so many parameters before going to proceed. Of course, if it is a legal entity wise, then filters restrictions are not required. By default inbuilt it is coming restrictions a lot if it is a legal entity wise. If it is a business unit wise, restrictions are very less, and it will show to the, it will be visible to every majority people, and the rework is very less in terms of implementation. In terms of implementation, if it is only one legal entity and branch as a dimension, the work will be less. Only maybe a functionality like related to number sequences, government authority reports, whatever it is there, those things you need to think. So my suggestion is, first priority, give the priority for government external reports, then second priority internal reports. First external reports, how it is fulfilling, that is my intention. Then internal reports and security also you need to think, and you need to take a table, a kind of Excel, and pros and cons, and you need to verify what is the plus and what is the minus. Like you can make a table.
Job. So don't ask me.
Yeah, yes please.
Sorry, not.
Yeah. Okay, so make a table. What is the pros and cons if you are making like this, and take the decision. Because based on this only, the application is whether in between middle drafts may happen. The client may frustrate on these decisions. So if you are not doing properly, finance consultant is the key role to take the decision, and it will be forwarded further based on your decisions. So if you are not guiding properly, there is a chance of middle drops in terms of implementations. Healthy discussion is required on this one. Okay, fine. Next, accounting currency and reporting currency. Majority clients, they will map accounting currency is a local currency, fine. Reporting currency, they will not take the decision. And later on, once the implementation is started, you cannot change the reporting currency. One of the important field, reporting currency, you cannot modify, you cannot amend. So if you want to add one more reporting currency, like if you want to change or if you want to update the reporting currency, in between you cannot take the decision. So in the very first itself, you need to take the decision which reporting currency should be added, which one should be the reporting currency for future. Next, down the line, at least next 5 years or 10 years, what is their business plan, and whether they are going to establish some more companies in some other countries, and how they are looking for reporting currency is a crucial. Because whenever implementing, client will ask like, okay, reporting currency, make it blank, we'll see later, blank. Later, after 1 year or 6 months, after 1 or 2 years, they will come back like, no, I want this reporting currency should be something. Then once again, it is a, once again, you need to close this company and you need to create a new company. We don't have alternative. So in AX 2012, there is some function is available, AX 2012, change the accounting currency, change the reporting currency functionality, which is not healthy, or it is not a good or healthy report. It was not working fine. There are so many problems inside database level. That is the reason in D365, Microsoft has deprecated that feature. It was completely deprecated. In AX 2012, there is a function called change in accounting currency, change in reporting currency, that is available in 2012, which is deprecated in D365. Because of this, in database level, there are so many complexities, so many problems, so they have deprecated. So this is also one of the important key role while implementation. You need to think and you need to discuss with their business, at least next 5 years, what is their plan, and how they are looking at their business, how it is growing, and based on that, they need to take the decision whether they want euro as a reporting currency or USD as a reporting currency, what they want. Suppose I'm running my business in Hyderabad and I'm going to establish in Europe countries. My plan is to establish in Europe. Then I need to map euro as a reporting currency to get reports. So in between, you cannot modify this currency. Of course,
is it possible to have multiple reporting currencies, Satya?
So that is in the MR, in management reporter, you can generate reports in other multiple currencies. Yes, it is possible. In MR, it is available.
Okay.
Yeah. So management reporter is a tool. We can use it and you can generate reports, whatever the currency you want, you can generate. Okay, fine. Just I want to continue now. Intercompany transaction. This one I want to start now. Let us understand, and then we'll continue about to consolidation and elimination process. Okay. So my suggestion, whether you want to go with the business unit or legal entity, this one you need to discuss heavily. Even 1 week also no issues. Even if you spend 1 week also no issues. My suggestion is try to debate with the CFO, CEO, and managing directors. Directors or managing directors, top management, sit together and you need to take the decision how it will be. If it is multiple legal entities or multiple business units are there. healthy discussion is required, pros and cons. And first focus should be external reports, second focus should be internal reports. The priority should be external reports, what they are submitting to the government authorities, statutory reports, and then internal, and then permissions, security permissions, how they are looking for. Because in the very first, he will not, like a client will not discuss all those things. Later on, he will come back to you like branch, this branch should not be shown by some other branch. They want restrictions. Then we need to extend our customizations a lot. Okay, fine. I hope it is clear. Now let us understand intercompany transactions. We have discussed in the very first, it is 10 minutes topic, but let me discuss a little bit more insights now. So one is general ledger, journal entries, general journals. Click new. Intercompany journal. This is normal journal only. We are entering lines. Okay, here instead of USMF, you can select DMF company or any company. The setups I will explain you. I have shown earlier, but I will show you once again. You can select DMF company, then automatically DMF company ledger accounts will be displayed here. This is not USMF company accounts, main accounts, whatever it is showing here. These are DMF company accounts. The ledger accounts are main accounts. Suppose I am paying rent amount 5,000. I am paying on behalf of DMF company. We are paying from USMF company. Suppose I have paid cash or bank, whatever it may be. I'm simply taking a cash account. I can do. Okay, so this is 5,000 US dollars or euros, whatever it may be. You need to remember which currency. If it is euro, because DMF company is euros, then I need to select euros. 5,000 euros on behalf of DMF company. 5,000 euros I am paying. I means here USMF company is paying euros. Okay, post. Okay, now if you go to the financial voucher, before going to voucher, actually let me show you this one. Give me a second. Before going to this one, if you look at this one here, it is showing journals posted, number of journals posted to the journal is 2. Every time it is 1, now it is 2. So actually I have paid rent amount for DMF company, but if I look at the voucher, it is amount need to collect from DMF company 5,000, intercompany receivable from DMF company 5,000 and petty cash 5,000. Understood? So here I need to receive money. Then if I go to DMF company, let me go to general ledger. General journals. If you go to posted one, if you filter by the latest date, newest to sort, newest to oldest. Look at this one, intercompany journal is created. If you click on this journal, today 26 July. So this is a payable account. Okay, I will show you in the voucher. It will be useful, it will be easy for you. So intercompany payable to USMF. Why it is showing USSI? So the account number is wrong. It was mapping is wrong. Okay, this is actually the naming convention is showing wrong because that setups are mapped wrongly. It should be amount payable to USMF company. It will be posted as minus 5,000. I need to pay this much amount. I need to pay this much amount. Okay, where is the setups means? If I right click, duplicate. If I cancel here. In this general ledger, intercompany accounting. So from USMF to DMF, it was selected like this one. This is a wrong, which I told you. This is my mistake. I mean to say the setup mistake. It should be 231350. 323. It should be 231. This one. So from USMF, we have posted to DMF company. In DMF company, what is the journal name? From USMF, we are posting to DMF company, and intercompany journal. This is. If you are going to do a payment from DMF company, then this one. In DMF company, this is the transaction. In USMF company, what is the transactions? Understood? This is setups. So automatically it was posted to this account. This is, as I told you, it is by mistakenly it was mapped something else. Are you getting my point? This is intercompany. So on behalf of one company, it is paying another company. The same manner you can do like vendor payments also. accounts payable. For other legal entities also I can do the payments. Like let me do the payment journal. Under payment journal, so I can select DMF company. Now I can select DMF company invoice. I mean to say vendor account. This is D001 is a vendor from DMF company. You can do the settlement transactions. It is a warning message only, no issues. I can select the invoice from DMF company. I'm selecting this one invoice. Click OK. Like this, you can select any bank, any other legal entities invoices. Your wish, you can select multiple invoices and you can do the payment, whether it is a cash payment or bank payment. So you can generate payments and you can do the payment. Let me quickly do it.
Such a one doubt.
Yeah.
How to restrict invoice and journal from vendor, particular vendor?
Come again. How to
can we restrict invoice and journal for a particular vendor?
I'm not getting invoice and journal. How to restrict? Can you please elaborate? What do you mean by?
I want to restrict invoice.
From the payment?
Yes, from the payment, yes.
But we need to do the payment. Why we need to do restrictions? I'm a little bit confused.
Okay, I will get back.
Okay. Because we need to do like a payment. This is because if you have some more inputs about what exactly that question, so that I can answer that question.
Okay, Sachin. I'll get back.
Yeah, fine. So it is not an error. It is actually printout check number path is not found. Paper length problem. Okay. So let me go back to the CSMF operations. That is, I need to modify that paper length. Otherwise, let me do it quickly. What is the error message means? Bear with me for 2 minutes only. So bank accounts, the error message is telling like your check length is not correct. USM, it is not USM of operations. It is in US Euro. In this, the paper length is not correct. So in the setup, I need to modify the check layout. The paper length is 272 mm. So it is not 11 mm. It is not the correct one. It is 272 mm. 11 mm is very small check. So 2 position. Now let me generate the check payment. Let me do for the same Euro only, Euro bank. Now it will be cleared. Give me a second. Generate payments. I'm sorry. Check. Click OK. Now it is check is generating. Tomorrow I will show you payment proposal. I will discuss with you about payment proposal also. Now we are doing settlement process. So it is generating the check. Of course, the path is not found, no issues. Check is generated. It is path is not found, means to store the file, the path is not found. That is not an issue. Now you can do the post. If you post once again, it is like we need to collect money from the our other bank. So if you verify the voucher once again, it is amounts receivable. I need to receive from DMF company. From DMF company. This is the amount in terms of euros, and this is in US dollars. Now if you go to DMF company, it will be one more transaction will be posted. Give me a second. Just in 1 minute I will close this session. Okay, so it is once again one more transaction is created just now to the newest. So this is one more transaction is posted. If you verify the journals, it will show you the amounts need to be paid to the USMF company. It was posted. So this is, if you verify the voucher, it is amount need to pay to DMF company. Sorry, USMF company. From DMF company, we need to pay to DMF company, USMF company, intercompany payable this much amount. This is intercompany or centralized payments. So tomorrow I will discuss with you the payment proposal. The payment proposal also it is available in the system. What is this payment proposal? I think maybe initiated or not, I did not remember. No issues. I'll show you. Next I will show you the function like consolidation and elimination process. Okay, I'm stopping here for today. If anyone has any doubts, any discussions, please unmute yourself and please discuss. Fine. Anything else? Anyone? So if nothing, then we'll connect once again tomorrow, 7 a.m. IST. See you all. Bye.